Greetings out there in YouTube land from the planet Earth. I'm making a reminder video. See, I was terminally ill until March 12th at 1:38 in the morning when Jesus healed my terminal heart problem. And I asked him a few questions, and then I asked him about cannabis, right? Weed, since it's legal, right, in a lot of places, including where I'm at. What the situation was, I wanted to be, I'm talking to Jesus as he's healing me, and when Jesus held my heart in his hands as we're talking, and he told me, because if you look, it's in Exodus 30, by the way. They just didn't put the correct plant. It was a mistranslation that they figured out in the early 1900s. This documentary, Cannabis, A Lost History, is an excellent one. And you go about to 27 minutes, just a few 27 minutes, and just a couple of seconds after, it's at that point, it's telling you about how it was used in the Bible. And that's what it was in their anointing oil. It's the one that God told Moses to make and to anoint Aaron and his sons with it. God considers it a holy oil, as it tells you there, and it was used even on the altar and on the sacrifice itself. And God said that it was for using for healing and anointing, and it wasn't meant to be smoked. You could eat it, yes, and they had no problem. God's got no problem with people eating it because there are so many health benefits to eating it. I know a lady that had leukemia. Now she doesn't. I know I run into a bunch of other people that got skin cancers. Now they don't. There's quite a few varieties of it, by the way, and certain ones are better for certain types of cancer than others. Israel has been selling it for a little bit here, and they've been using it for over 30 years. It's great for managing anxiety, ADHD, all the different fancy letter ones, right? If used properly as a medicine, God's got no problem. He said it wasn't meant to be smoked, but some people got some of the fumes and it took off, right? But they prefer people not to smoke it, but if you have to in moderation, you don't want to, it's not really meant that way. It's meant to be eaten. And when it comes to the CBD ones that they're using on the kids, and a lot of people use the CBDs, God said the effects, if they added just a small amount of THC to it, because it was necessary for the chemical reaction to work properly, that the results of it would be far exceeded by just adding just a little tiny amounts of THC to mix with the super high amounts of CBD. The results would be greatly increased, and the kids would have longer periods on smaller amounts, as long as and they wouldn't even notice the THC, but the results would be so much better, and they would have far more normal lives. And when God says it's a significant difference, I trust him, right? And this is a little update to let you know that I got it in my great messages, that video, and it's about the 27-minute mark. When you pull it up, it might show up at the 28, but it's showing, and it tells you even the recipe for the correct amount of mix in Exodus 30. And I asked God about it, and here I'm sitting alive because of Jesus, right? I was passed through for the grave, I'm not. When Jesus is there, you're going to ask all kinds of questions, right? That's one of them I asked that was relevant to our time, right? If you got pain and issues and all that, don't rely on big pharma. I was wearing 5 people with mental patches a day, and now I'm not. I'm not shackled to big pharma. I'm not a slave of them anymore, thanks to Jesus. And natural medicines that are organic are better for you. Remember, God put us in a garden. He made us to live in a garden. Everything we need to be well can be found in there, not some factory. Think about it and give Jesus a call today. Bye-bye.